It's Am I the Asshole time, friends. The mustache one. That's what I call business. Hey there, and welcome back to Am I the Asshole Magic the Gathering edition. And today, I am tipsy. I've had an entire bottle of wine. Do be warned. I'm never getting this Am I the Asshole done, am I? Am I the asshole for calling it quits on employee nights at the LGS? I used to work at an MTG store as a barista, and we used to hold Commander Magic nights once a month where after hours we would play. It was usually really casual, and I'm 100% a noob. I learned on the fly and still don't run my decks like I probably should. My first ever Commander deck was Toxrill, the Corrosive, because I adore snails, and he was the closest to a snail at the time. Well, I had no idea how much hate I would get over playing him. Anytime I played with strangers or my coworkers on a normal day, it was completely okay, and the games were fine and legitimately fair. But then, those Commander nights for employees only happened, and I ended up dreading them. I versed one girl coworker and her husband a few times and was constantly ganged up on just for playing Toxrill, even though I almost never got him fully set up most games. It turned into me getting ganged up on constantly just for playing Toxrill, even though I was genuinely never a threat, and they would constantly talk down to me because I played him, even though I wasn't experienced and also didn't build him to be that powerful because I didn't have all the money in the world. Anyways, eventually I quit going and playing Commander, and I was given shit for not showing up anymore by said people who admitted they didn't like playing against me in my decks. So, am I the asshole in the first place for playing Toxrill in a fun, casual place? And am I the asshole for deciding to call it quits on those employee nights because of being targeted and the constant complaining of what I played? That is a really cute little snail. I get why she chose him. And I'm assuming that the poster is a she. So if I'm wrong, I really am. I'm sorry. It's mono black. It's a 7 converted mana cost mono black. Oh, no, it's blue black. I mean, I think it's cutesy. If I liked snails, which I don't. But yeah, Gary the snail is one of the Toxrills. That is correct. I mean, I can see in the appropriate person's hands how this deck could get out of hands, but with somebody that doesn't understand how to play Magic, this would be an extremely hard commander to play with how expensive it is. Because I can see how she built it right now. She built it as a snail tribal deck, and that's it. There was no other thought put behind that deck, in my opinion. It can feel oppressive, for sure. I don't know if I understand the talking down to her and the constant targeting just because your creatures get -1/-1 for some slimes. Like, that's just a lot of hate. When you're newer to the game and you're just playing a commander because you think it's cute, you think it's adorable, and you like the idea of it, there is no reason to throw so much hate at somebody. And your intent matters a lot in today's space with the bracket system. You have to remember, intent is a major deciding factor in a lot of things, right? Her intent is just to learn how to play the game and figure things out, and instead she's getting hated out of the game each time. So there's just a lot of like little things in here that's just telling me that like I don't think she's in the wrong here. Yeah, like reading this again, I'm just like, there's no way that that deck was powerful enough to instantly be the threat whenever they sat down at the table. There's no way. Think about it for a second. And obviously they said here that they don't have the money for it, so they probably weren't proxy friendly. So imagine you built a deck, no proxies, just all about the cards that you actually own. You're playing at an LGS, at an employee night. It feels like really hateful and gross and not fun. I don't like the vibes at all. Like, it's not supportive. When I was learning how to play Magic, even if I chose commanders that were kind of oppressive and gross, the people that I was playing against, they weren't really focused on winning. They were more focused on teaching me how to play. I've kind of taken that into how I treat newer players. I sit there and I say, okay, well, I'm not trying to win here, so we're gonna metagame a little bit. Well, I am trying to win, But we're going to metagame here a little bit, and I'm going to help you, and I'm going to put myself in your shoes. What would I do in your situation so I can help you learn? And I think that is a lot better at encouraging people to actually want to play the game than to sit there and just hate on people. It doesn't feel supportive. It doesn't feel very kind. I wouldn't want to play with people like that. I wouldn't want to be around people like that. I sure as hell, when I was new, this would have scared, like, behavior like this would have scared me off of playing the game. And I genuinely don't think that this is okay. This is kind of, you know what? Here's a good word for it. This feels gatekeepy. There's better ways to explain to somebody that they picked a commander that could bring them hate than to hate on them. Teach them how to play the deck appropriately. Get them up on that level to where the deck is actually running how it's supposed to. And show them and how that deck is then oppressive. And then they can decide if they want to play that deck. And if they do, okay, fine, cool. They deserve to be the threat at every table because they've decided to play this deck and they're now actually good at playing said deck. But to give them hate right off the bat, I think that's wrong, genuinely. And she said that she didn't get that kind of hate, that when she played normal games at the LGS, it was never a problem. It was only these employee-only games. So again, it feels really gatekeepy and it feels gross, and I don't like it. I just, ew. No. Although it does bother me, she said decks as in plural, but doesn't mention the other commanders that she has. I'm curious to know what the other decks are. Let's start answering the questions at the end. So, am I the asshole in the first place for playing Toxrill in a fun, casual place? I think that every commander has its place as long as you're playing the appropriate power level. It's as easy as removing the commander. It's such an expensive commander in the first place. Removing it once probably is enough. As long as you're pulling up that power level, you're putting down that power level, and you're not pub stomping, I think it's fine no matter what. There's no, in my opinion, inherently non-casual commanders. There's commanders that can't be built to bracket 2, but there's no commanders that can only be built. Okay. There is Yuriko. But Yuriko can still be built bracket 4, and bracket 4 is casual. Najila can still be built bracket 4, and bracket 4 is casual. Hannah, I think you're gonna lose that argument. Okay, Andre. You guys get what I mean though, right? Any deck with the right cards can be bracket 4, but bracket 4 is casual. I don't want to get into a power level argument with you guys right now. That is not the goal. We're going on a tangent. Focus. Next question. Am I the asshole for deciding to call it quits on the employee nights because of being targeted and the constant complaining? No, I don't think you're the asshole here either. Because you know what? Like, if you don't feel comfortable in a space and they're treating you in that way, I think you are 100% within your rights to extradite yourself from that situation. No. Absolutely not. I would not want to deal with that. I would not want to put myself in that situation. I would be so uncomfortable. On another layer, those are the people that you work with. If you're feeling animosity handling those people outside of work, technically still kind of sort of in work, remove yourself from that situation, because then you're putting your job at jeopardy, because when you come into work, you're going to have tension, and that could possibly put your job at risk. Because you're not getting along with your coworkers anymore. You don't have to be friends with the people that you work with. Is it fantastic if you can be friends with the people that you work with? Yes, but you're not gonna always get along with the people that you work with. And that's just a fact of life. That's something that I've had to come to terms with as an adult. I've worked several jobs in my life now where I didn't get along with people. And now I work at a job where I get along with most people. And the people I don't get along with, I don't really have to deal with that often, so it's fine. It's fine. But I've also learned that I don't have to be friends with that person. I don't have to talk with that person unless I'm working on something. That's that. You don't have to put yourself in that situation if you're uncomfortable. Absolutely not. I would definitely feel comfortable with the decision to no longer attend those nights. I do hope that you give Commander another try with a different playgroup, because that playgroup is not it. I totally get that Toxrill can sometimes be a little bit oppressive, but learn how to play it well, and then bring it to tables where it's going to be met with the same power. So at the end of the day, I don't think you're the asshole. I think those people need to learn how to play against decks that they don't enjoy and keep their mouth shut about it, because they're being rude. And they're being gatekeepy. They should focus less on trying to win and more on trying to teach you how to play. It's not it. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next Saturday for more Magic the Gathering shenanigans. Is that what I usually say? I don't know, I just work here. Oh. She's more willing to do tricks.